Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing. But now let's talk about Kaspa, see what is happening with the price of Kaspa, and of course, what is yet to come. I'm giving you guys day-to-day analysis. You guys are enjoying it. You guys are showing so much love. Continue supporting, of course, and you will continue to see these updates. So pretty much entire Saturday, if you did watch the market analysis video that I made earlier, we kind of went over as to what's really happening. So, Bitcoin actually did go back down to that 60K retest, which we spoke about in our yesterday's update. And again, the entire market reacted to that, including Kaspa, but continuously Kaspa is holding much better than the broader market. And again, when I pull out the charts, things make more sense. If you're looking across the board, once again, massive bloodbath across the market. And again, shouldn't really be coming as a massive shocker as well, because we did see dominance skyrocketing. And again, that is also a huge catalyst. If you're looking at Bitcoin is only down about 1.6%. But now if you're analyzing the overall market, a lot of altcoins are actually being impacted 3 times to even 4 times what Bitcoin is doing right now. So let's take a look at what's happening with Kaspa though. But before I do that, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So looking at the price, 18.10 cents. So keep this in mind. When I pull out the charts, things will make more sense. It's sitting at 18.10 cents. We're down about 2.4% in Bitcoin comparative. Market valuation at $4.4 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume is at about 125 million. Now let's shift our focus towards the dominance index, and you can really see what's happening with the dominance index. It actually went up to 56.8%. Hitting higher than the monthly high for the month of July. And at this rate, wouldn't be surprised if we actually do see dominance hitting yearly high. And what does that mean? That means a lot of money is flowing into Bitcoin rather than alts. Right now, the market scenario is that pretty much a lot of altcoin profits are going back into stables, or people are turning their coins back into Bitcoin, because Bitcoin does tend to hold much better in times, when there's a lot of uncertainty. Best way to kind of take a look at it is just take a look at the daily time frame chart, and it speaks for itself. But let's shift our focus towards the price of Bitcoin. So like I said earlier today, you guys can see Bitcoin actually did retest at 60K support, and we did see a little bit of a bounce. And again, this bounce speaks for itself, and we don't really need to pay very close attention or be completely shocked at this bounce. The reason as to why you're seeing a bounce off of this major support level is because of the fact that this is a significant support. Usually these type of supports are where people either buy or close their position. So these are major support, and the fact that we're actually holding above there is really nice. I mentioned to you guys in the update earlier as well that if we lose this support, I personally think it's lights out for Bitcoin, and Bitcoin does retest $58,000 support line. And if that doesn't hold, then the 53,000 support is to be retested once again. Now that we have that out of the way, let's take a look at Kaspa. And, speaking about Bitcoin, I still do believe as we start off the week, it's going to be really interesting to see how the Feds react to that massive $2.9 trillion wipeout. If they have a plan, I think that could be bullish for the market. But, we really want to see, even if they don't have a plan, how Bitcoin actually holds this time around. Because, this time around, it's totally different. We do have institutional interest this time around. A lot of things have changed for the overall space. So it's going to be interesting to see if we do see the correlation no longer playing out with the stock market and the crypto markets. Of course, the last time, it was the pandemic crash. Everything is going to be impacted. Not a surprise, but this time around, let's see what happens. Overall, I did mention this to you guys as well if you did end up watching these updates. Bitcoin is actually holding, as well as the crypto market, much better than anticipated. Much better. A 2.9 trillion wipeout. Guys, trust me, if this was a few years back, I think crypto would have been impacted in a very negative way. I think we could have seen much lower prices for Bitcoin than what we're seeing right now. So, let's see what happens. If you're looking at Kaspa, I did mention everything reacted to that initial Bitcoin move. You can see Kaspa is no exception and went down to 17 cents, retested the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level. If you had some buyers orders placed in around here, and this is the initial cause of that Bitcoin move down to 60K. Like I said, if you did have some buy orders placed in around here, you could have caught this and made a 7% gain right away. So Kaspa continuously shows positive momentum. There's no surprise about that. I'm going to be quite frank with you. I've been saying this from the beginning. Kaspa is holding much better than a lot of altcoins right now. Again, remember, it is going to get impacted. The momentum is going to get impacted by the big moves of Bitcoin towards the downside, which we obviously saw happen. And again, it's not going to be an exception. Just because Kaspa is holding much better, it's outpacing a lot of altcoins, as we have noticed it doing, does not mean that when it comes to massive moves towards the downside, that Kaspa is not going to react to that. That's not the case. So if you're a Kaspa holder, guys, I know you guys could end up being a little biased, and again, totally understandable. I was one of you guys at one point. When I was new to the market, I would do my due diligence research and invest in some coins that I really believed in, but I wouldn't accept anything negative about the price action. I just wouldn't. But once I kind of start understanding it, it does take time, but you guys have a head start, because I'm telling you guys this because I promise you, you don't want to be emotionally attached to your coins. Maybe Kaspa is, and maybe Kaspa is the next big layer one. Again, maybe that could be the case. Obviously, it has a lot to prove, but maybe it is the next one. But that does not mean it's not going to react in terms of its price. I know some people don't care about this at all. Some people are literally sitting very comfortably because of the fact that they bought less than a cent. And if that's the case with you, I know you guys are probably not worried at all. So you need to look at it from that point of view. Anyone that's coming new into the market, this is part of the game. You do see these swings, and it's just part of the game, and we need to accept that. So right now, we're back above into the 38-point Fibonacci retracement level. But the crazy thing right now that you want to be paying attention to is this is a very important resistance as well. But I don't personally think we do see a hard time Kaspa breaking back above the 18.3 cents, because again, a huge resistance. I think we will get really pass by this quite fast and re-enter the 23.6 fib zone, and I think once we get into that, it's fireworks season, and then we start heading towards all-time highs. So that's how I'm analyzing the price of Kaspa. It continuously is proving a lot of people wrong, and this momentum that we've been noticing with Kaspa is not something that is a surprise on the channel of the Crypto ZX, because we know what Kaspa is capable of doing despite not being listed on a lot of big exchanges. So pay very, very close attention to Bitcoin right now, because I think Bitcoin still has a chance, guys, to be quite frank with you, to actually go lower. So if Bitcoin goes lower, we need to be prepared that Kaspa could retest back into this zone. Even the 61.8, I think this is a realistic zone for the price of Kaspa to fall back in, especially if Bitcoin is able to drop back down to 58K. I think that is definitely a possibility, but we need to look at it from a bigger picture and what Kaspa is really doing and how far it has come. But again, I'm going to keep you guys updated on a day-to-day basis. Let me know down below what you guys think. Love each and every one of you guys. We'll see you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.